Hello everybody and welcome. This is Ty from Ty's Auto Image and Sound. I got a 2012 Mercedes CLS AMG63, I believe is what it is. And we're going to be doing some window tint on here. We're going to install some Ceramic IR 20 on the sides and on the rear here. It's going to look fantastic. We already have everything cut out, ready to go. Got our passenger side here, our driver side, and our back windshield. All we need to do now is just prep the glass. So let's begin with the back windshield. We'll just start by spraying that down and wiping it. Perfect. Somebody outside is making some noise. That's okay. Let's go ahead and get some soapy water. You know what it might be? Oh, they're shooting off fireworks. I just saw a flash. Maybe we should go check that out. I don't know why my door's locked. I can see the flash in the shop. It's awesome. Yeah. Was it? Let's see one. All right, well, as you can see, he added the pyros out. He's the fireworks guy in town. From what I understand, he does a lot of work with the Hamilton Bulldogs and Brampton Beasts and some of the other hockey teams, junior hockey teams and all that. When they had the Leafs game in Hamilton, Tim Hortons Field, I believe it was Buffalo Sabres versus Toronto Maple Leafs. The Leafs lost, unfortunately, in that game, but he was there, Ted, the owner there. He was there doing the fireworks for that show. There's some pop star that was there, Alessia Cara or something like that. Yeah, he did the pyro shows for her. It was kind of interesting. Yeah, if you need some fireworks, go see Ted over there, Fireworks Canada. Okay, so the back windshield is prepped. Let that dry. Let's go over here. Now this door shifts, and that's okay. We're gonna just... There you go. Just like that. Same thing for this side. Now there's air compression in this vehicle, so that's all you're hearing, the compressor. Nothing to be alarmed about. So let's just go ahead and spray that down, clean the inside. Oh yeah, looks good. And we're just gonna clean the outside as well. I hope the door didn't lock on me. Looks like it did. So we're just gonna do that. Key is in my pocket. All right, so let's prep the back doors here. Make sure everything is nice and clean. Cleanliness is your friend. Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, let's go to the other side. So as you see, there's a bit of that gap there, and that's why we have to close the door. There you go. Perfect. Same thing, just trigger it to lift up. And wipe it down. And we do the outside of this one too. Okay, so as you can see, this is a frameless window. It's going to be pretty much like installing a Tesla tint or a Maserati or any of these other fancy vehicles. Okay, looks good. All right, so while we wait for the back windshield to dry up, it's going to take some time. We're going to start shrinking the sides. Let's go ahead and start on the passenger side of these three here. Got the passenger, front passenger rear, and the passenger quarter window there, all cut out, ready to go. I'm just gonna set everything up on the outside for shrinking. So we'll set the quarter window there for now. That looks great. All right, so we're just gonna put this on the seat here because we're gonna need that in a moment. Okay, that's all set up. Now set this one up. Perfect. Let's go to the other side and repeat the process. All right, so we got our driver's side pieces. Same thing, front door, rear door, quarter. And we're just gonna put that on here. Close the window just a little bit. Close the door, sorry. Perfect. Let's just leave that on the passenger seat until we need it. For now, we don't. Okay, so I'm trying my best not to get that back windshield wet, but I mean, if it does get wet, so be it. We just want that to dry up as fast as possible, but I mean, if it gets wet, no big deal. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's check the back window real quick. And it looks like it's getting dry, still a little wet. So what we'll do is we'll just run our hand over it, kind of push some of that wetness around, and the heat of our hand will eventually dry it all up. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So do it to the other side too. See, this side's not as dry, but same idea. Just gotta make sure that windshield is dry. Because when we put the window tint on here for shrinking, it's gonna stick. And we wanna make sure it doesn't stick. Hence why we want it dry. All right, I think that's good. Let's go ahead and get that back windshield piece. All right, so let's go go ahead and put that on the back window there. It doesn't need to be 100% spot on. It just needs to be 99% spot on so that everything shrinks properly. So, like I said, it doesn't need to be 100%, even though that actually is 100%, so we'll take it. Okay, so I have to get to the middle here, mount it. Oh yeah, that actually is spot on, so let's work with it. Okay. Now I have a little extra here, so I'm just going to remove that, just in case. Cut off a new piece of blade. There we go. All right, so this side's okay, so we'll leave that alone, but we will bring this in like that, and do that. Move the fingers up and down, because this is how we'll be shrinking it. Perfect. Let's get the heat gun, let's begin shrinking. Okay, got my heat gun, let's warm it up. So if you've seen in my previous videos the snap technique, where I just lift the tint up and I hit it with the heat, this is how I shrink the bottom of these. Perfect. Same thing on this side. Just get it to smile at you. Oh yeah, it's smiling at me. Look at that, beautiful. Okay. Too bad we can't do that with the back windshield, but that's okay. This is how we do it. See, I'm letting the heat gun do most of the work. The heat is pushing, causing it to shrink, and at the same time, it's pushing it downward. It's just a matter of me going over this real quick with my hard card. So this is just round one of my shrink. I like to do a double shrink on these back windshields. Because sometimes you do a shrink, you bring the tint inside, and for some reason you get fingers. Maybe nothing like this, but you get fingers. And the goal obviously is no fingers, so sometimes it's good to go the extra mile. Sometimes you gotta do whatever it takes to make sure the job looks perfect. Okay, so a bit of the tint rip there, but that's the extra side, so I don't need that. We'll just go ahead and remove that. Yeah, see, this is where the plotter cut, so I guess I cut a little too deep. Like I said, it's fine. The part of the tint that we need is not cut, it looks perfect still. That's the part that matters the most. Okay, we'll go over here and do the same thing. See what I mean about how the force of the heat is pushing it upward? Don't know if the camera was able to pick that up. Hopefully it did. Oh, see, I got a little thing there, but that's just because it's a little dry. Now that I did that, that looks perfect. So you can see how it's trying to create a finger here. I'm just gonna lift that up and do that. Oh yeah, perfect. And now you're pretty much just going back and forth, just making sure that all sits. Now see, it didn't cut too deep on this side, so it's working out perfectly. Got a little thing going on there, so we'll lift that back up. And all we gotta do is just re-shrink it. Okay, look at that, it's gone. That's what I want. Perfect. Let's go to the other side now. Okay. Same idea. Since now I'm using my dominant hand, this is going to go a little bit faster. So it's doing that again, that's no problem. Let's cut that excess off. Beautiful. Now as you can see, everything's still looking good. We just gotta shrink everything into place. Okay, so this ain't sitting right now, but that's fine. Once we do another shrink, it will. So, back to the top. Okay. Oh, see, it did rip a bit there too. Let's just get rid of the excess here. All right, I had a bit of a spot there, but by picking it up and putting the heat on it again, it's gone. Perfect. These tints are very forgiving, so sometimes you make a little bit of a boo-boo. You can fix it before anything bad happens, so. Okay. Now, because we got rid of the excess, we can actually just shrink this all down and make it look pretty. Look at that. A little bit extra there, but that's fine because we got to go over here anyways. And just cut that excess off. Since we don't need it, good to go. Okay, so we'll come back to the back windshield when we need to. For now, we need to shrink these. Oh yeah. Ran into a bit of a snag, and I resolved it just like that. Perfect. Same thing out for this side. Just hit it with heat, get it to smile at you. Look at that. Speaking of Smile, anyone ever see that movie Smile? Pretty freaky shit. They had a short called Laura Hasn't Slept. And that's some pretty wild stuff too. Got some lady sitting in a psychiatrist's office talking about some smiling entity that's plaguing her. And apparently she doesn't want to sleep because if she sees the face, she's gonna die. And then it turns out she's actually is asleep, and the whole psychiatrist's office thing is just a dream. The guy rips his face off, and the woman freaks out, trying her best to snap out of it, saying it's all a dream. Kind of like Freddy Krueger. And then all of a sudden, the guy rips his face off, and you get the big jump scare. You gotta have a jump scare, right? Okay, so we are good to go here. Let's shrink the back of this now. So not only are we double shrinking, we are cleaning the window. We are trying to make sure we find the fingers before we put it on the inside. Okay. Let's go ahead and just mount that in place. And see what I mean? Give it a second squeegee and we start looking for anything else we may have to shrink out. See, look at that, it's coming off. So we're just gonna take this off, make our life easier. Okay. Yeah, I think I set the level of my plotter a little too deep. Fortunately, it didn't cut through everything, but it cut from everything I need. So, go ahead and bring all this to the top. Perfect. So we got some extra here. Let's cut that extra off. I already cut a new piece of blade to ensure we don't scratch glass. But the reality is I do paint protection film, so I'm cutting sometimes on the paint itself. And that takes skill because you gotta cut it, make sure you don't cut the paint. So I mean, if you can do that just fine, glass is the least of your issues. You're gonna be just fine. But I understand, for some rookies out there, you don't want to take that risk. Well, I was trained to cut on glass, and even though I don't cut on glass too often, if I have to, I know I'm gonna be fine. Look at that. See, look at that. It sits perfectly right now. Before it wouldn't because of the heat. So, there you go. Let's go ahead and cut off this excess here. And now, see, that seems okay, but I'm probably gonna hit it with some heat anyways. Aha. Let's rip that off too. See, it's a good thing that these are just the outer limits of this. Those outer limits don't matter. It's gonna be thrown in the garbage anyways. It's amazing how it was the top and the bottom. The sides are just fine, so maybe it's in the rotation of the needle itself or something. I'm not really too sure. Okay. So as you can see, we are finished that part. Let's get the heat gun one more time and just quickly hit it. Okay, so let's get the hard card, which is actually in my pocket. Okay. We're gonna lift that up, bring it back down, and re-shrink it. And do the bottom as well. Gonna lift it there, perfect. Because of this area, I want to make sure that's down first. Don't want to shrink that and cause an issue. Just want to shrink the areas we need to shrink. Perfect. Let's rinse and repeat that on the other side. Okay. Put that down first. And then we'll bring it all down. Okay, and now you can see a bit of the top here, so we do it to the top as well. Perfect. We are ready to install. So let's get the heat gun out of my way. Don't need it at this time. All right, so let's go ahead and cut the excess off of this. We don't need it. Oh yeah. Okay. So now that's all done, let's go ahead and start the installation process. Get all your tools near you. As you can see, the car got me all dirty. It is what it is. Let's start by installing this quarter window here. I'll just mount it in place right here for now. And let's clean this window here. So, spray it down. Let's check those edges. That's pretty tight. So we leave that alone. All right. Nice clean window. Okay. Go ahead and spray in there, and then peel this piece here, toss the excess to the floor, get your hands all wet, and install. So I like to just get it there, then slide it downward until it's in the right spot. Get your easy reach, lift up the gasket, start bringing everything in and down. Perfect. So now I'm just gonna lower my seat. There we go. Get a better view. And it looks like right here is the spot. Maybe a little too high on that end. Yeah, right there's the spot, right there. Maybe a little excess there could be fixed, but that's okay. sometimes the software misses the spot, doesn't get it properly. But look at that, that's 99.9999% proper. So maybe just one little thing here we can fix. So we got that in place. Let's bring that down, shrink it up, and then just double check the sides. It looks like it's good. Okay, now we just got to bring everything down to the sides here. In fact, that looks like it's okay, but I can tell by just touching it that it's going to come off. So let's give it a hard squeegee quickly. Oh yeah. Squeegee it real hard. Make sure you get all the water out, or as much as you can. And then let's touch up that corner. So right here, I just need to go like that and like that. Maybe a little more. No, I see my mistake. Okay. There's a stubborn spot right there. There we go. Or not. There we go. So, let's go ahead and squeegee that one more time. Bring that down. Double check it. Yeah, see, there we go. That's more like it. And if you ever have to solve an issue with that, that's all you really have to do. Just edge it. Nice and clean. Perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead and install the roll-up window now. See, the good part about this, I don't need the key. I don't need to go in and out, turn the car on and on. Just have to roll the windows up and down. That's it. So let's go ahead and squeegee this down. Do my best to dodge that little thing here. And like we've done in previous videos, we're just gonna get the outer edges here underneath that gasket. Perfect. Let's wash it all out. Spray it all down first, then wash it out. Okay. Let's go ahead and install it. Okay, so as I check to make sure the camera's still working, go ahead and just peel that off. Toss the liner to the floor for now. And then let's install this. So I like this to grab one spot here, one spot there, and just kind of fold it backwards. Now, just to find the seats, there we go. So now it's a matter of just getting this into place now. So, get my easy reach, slide it right in, and this is a little deeper than it needs to be, but I mean, that's fine. He's got to get that side in. As you can see, it's starting to line up, which is exactly what you want. Perfect. So this side's a little bit off, and that's fine. So let's just rotate it. There we go. Okay. So looks like we've got to move it a bit more. Man, that is spot on. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Actually, this side might be a bit tricky. Yeah, right there it's good. Yeah, right there, that's where I want it. Okay. Same idea. Get your squeegee the top first, bring everything down to the bottom. Sometimes you need to use your easy reach to push everything down, but I mean, this fits in and falls right into place. Okay. So now we got some fingers at the bottom, and that's totally normal. It's a little tight down here, that's why. So we're just gonna shimmy this in. Ooh, that is tight. Okay. We're gonna use the easy reach then. Oh yeah, much better. Okay. Let's go ahead and give it a hard squeegee now. One more time. And we're done. Let's move on to the front door. Make sure to wipe everything down first. And now for the ultimate test. He's going to open the door now, make sure the window rolls up and down just fine. Because if there's going to be an issue, it's going to be right now. So I was going to make sure everything's dry first. Okay, so we open the window, it's shifted. Everything looks good. This is what I want to make sure with shifting windows, that everything does shift correctly. Okay. And yeah, it looks fantastic. So let's close the door. Have a look at that bottom. And look at that, the bottom looks perfect. So, that's another window complete. We'll go on to the front door. All right, so we're gonna do the exact same thing. Get the yellow squeegee, the yellow conqueror, as it's called. Squeegee that down. Wipe the top and the sides, squeegee that. Okay. It's the same idea, it's a little tight in here, so we're just gonna make sure that this goes in and gets the bottom parts. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and pump it up. And remember, we may need to bring things down, so get the bottom and the inside nice and wet. Okay. Let's go ahead and install that. All right. Okay. Oh yeah. Sometimes things align perfectly and sometimes things are just a little tight, but still work. And there's sometimes you need to do some adjustments. But this one turned out pretty well. Okay, so go ahead and squeegee the top. Make sure the edges are good. Okay, looks good. Let's give it a hard squeegee now. All right, one more hard squeegee. All right, now I just gotta give it a hard squeegee in these corners here. Oh, that looked perfect. Okay, done. All right, well, I didn't want to do that yet, but I mean, it's fine. I did it, and as you can see, nothing happened. Let's wipe the window down real quick. Okay, let's see how this looks. Oh yeah, that looks beautiful. And at the bottom, everything looks perfect too. Excellent. So that side is done. Onto the driver's side. So to make sure everything's nice and clean. Okay. Now we're on the driver's side and we're going to do the exact same thing over again. Okay. Everything looks good, everything looks good. Okay. So same idea. Get our bottom piece. Okay. And now, same idea. Pump it up. at the edge. All right, let's install this. Same idea, bring it over, slide it on in, pick the gasket, slide it down, and now we can just kind of pick it back up and lift it. Right there's good, and it's doing the same thing in that one corner there. I think it just didn't give enough of a circular cut, and that's fine. As I said before, my knife will resolve that. Okay. Let's go ahead and cut that. So far it was this one that was the only thing I needed it. Everything else was perfectly fine. Perfect. Looked like no cut was made at all. Exactly what you want. Okay. Nothing's coming off. Just give it a hard squeegee. And a hard squeegee back too. There we go. Sweet. Okay. Passenger window. Sorry. Roll-up window. That's what I meant to say. So remember, same thing as before. We had to get in there deep. So first we clean everything. And yes, I did say that. We had to get in there deep. Go ahead and make your jokes. All right, so get everything nice and clean. And then we're gonna spray the insides here. Go ahead and spray that down. Okay, as I check to see that we're still recording, let's move on in. Grab the tint, fold it up, blindly find your seat. I'm always worried I'm going to sit down and miss, so I'm feeling it with my legs to be like, oh, I feel it, slowly sit down, make sure you don't fall, look like an ass. Anyways, let's get this in here. So, just slide it in place. Look at that, that side's in too. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and slide it in here. I was being a little stubborn, but I got it. Okay, so we're a little bit, oh, you know what? No, never mind. I thought we were spot on. We're not. Well, right there. Okay. Let's go ahead and squeegee that. Same idea, start at the top, bring it all down to the sides. Start bringing it down. Sometimes your platinum Easy Reach makes your life easier. As you can see, it's coming back up at the bottom, and that's because there's a lot of excess here, which we didn't need. Software shouldn't have done that. It is what it is. As long as the tint looks perfect at the end, that's really all that matters. If anything, having this a little bit shorter would have made my life easier, but it is what it is, like I said. Just gotta get that all down there. Perfect. So let's go ahead and get the big red machine here. Almost drop it. Oh, I'll tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. My muscles are shot. I'm feeling nothing but pain in my shoulders right now. That's okay. 2 more windows after this and we're all done. I can handle 2 more windows. Okay, so that's complete. 1 more squeegee. Oh yeah, look at that. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. So there's a scratch here, but I believe that's the outside. That's 100% the outside. So please leave it alone. Sometimes with tint, or without tint, you don't see anything on your glass. Then when you put a piece of tint on, sometimes you see scratches. You can't do anything about it, but like, I mean, it doesn't really stand out too much. But I'm noticing it now because there's tint on it. Okay. So bring out the towel. Okay, let's give it a, let's open it up. It looks good. Yeah, looks perfect. Check that bottom out real quick. Oh yeah, that bottom looks great. Okay. On to the front window here. That toilet's gone off so many times in this video. It's kind of embarrassing, but I've said in previous videos I'm getting a new toilet in the new year. I'm only like 3 or 4 more days away from that, so I just gotta bide my time and wait. For now though, we just deal with the toilet. So go ahead and squeegee this as well, just like we've done with the other windows. As I mentioned, that's just the air compressor. Don't worry about it. Or it's the hydraulics or something. Regardless, it's nothing to worry about. So go ahead and spray that all down. sometimes these German vehicles, they have a hydrophobic quality to the glass. So you can see the water is just beading. Sometimes that happens. And for tinting, it kind of gets in the way, but for the most part, I'm good. Okay, just checking to make sure I'm still recording. Okay, so for some reason the camera cut off yet again. I apologize for that, but the window is completely installed. This one was a lot easier than the driver's side, or passenger side, sorry, for some reason. But overall, turned out awesome. So, since I have enough time, let's get the back windshield installed. Okay, so I need my water, my towel, squeegees. Actually, I'll take a bigger squeegee for this one. And we'll take our legitimate bulldozer. Apparently there's some fake bulldozers out there. Well, if you can see that, that's legit. So, okay. So, we just gotta get in the back here. We'll close that up. Perfect. If my head smacks up top, I apologize. I'm trying to get in a tight vehicle. Oh. Okay. Okay. This is much more difficult with a GoPro. So now I gotta make sure my head doesn't hit the top. Okay. Okay. This is my weak hand. There we go. Was in a car accident in 2008. Still have problems today in 2022. And yeah, sometimes I have trouble finding strength on this side. That's okay. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the battery pack that's on my head. Okay. Let's go ahead and remove the excess here. We don't need this part. Perfect. So let's go ahead and spray the outer side. We're running low on water, but we have enough for this window. Perfect. Okay. Got enough water. I don't have enough strength. Muscles are burning out on me. That's okay. Let's just get this done. Call it a day. Now we do the other side here, get this all wet. Now what we're gonna do is a reverse roll installation. That toilet. Okay, done and done. Okay, we'll bring our trigger sprayer in there, and we start the reverse roll method. Okay, looking good. So make sure that rolls up with it. Perfect. Okay. Okay, perfect. So let's go inside, make sure we bring our towel with us. Get in here, as painful as it is. And what I like to do is, oh, hold on a second. I gotta do some real quick. The battery pack for this just dropped, and I hope that I am still recording. Yep, sorry about that. Battery pack fell out, and everything stopped. Stupid technology. So let's try that one more time. We're in here. We gotta spray the window. So yeah, we already squeegeed, so we don't need to do anything crazy. We just gotta install this. So let's start reverse rolling it now. If you can't tell, I can't fit in here, so I have to rotate my head constantly just to fit. Oh, this is being difficult on me. Hope the camera is picking everything up, because if not, I'm gonna be very upset. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Slide it into place. Okay, looks good. We're in a good spot. This is looking good. I can feel the camera wanting to fall. Stupid gravity. Let's step outside real quick and make sure all is good. We're still recording, good. Headset's still on, good. Looking good, okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I go through this hell for you guys, so hopefully you appreciate it. Okay. So we're just wiping the outside, getting it nice and clean. Now let's go back inside and do a squeegee. damn it. So I like to start in the middle and just kind of get things going. So I gotta try this in a way so you can see it. Maybe if I take the headset off and we just let it record. Yeah, you know what, that works. I'm gonna do that instead. Okay. Okay, onto the other side. Ever seen that movie Major Pain? That's what this is. Okay, so get our bulldozer here. Squeegee everything down to the bottom here. Okay. I hate doing that because all it does is rip your hand against the grid here. Spray it one more time. This will be our final squeegee. Can you hear that? Got a helicopter or something above. Okay, onto the other side. Okay, done and done. Let's go ahead and wipe it all down. Let's bring it outside and check it out. Or step outside, I should say. Oh, that's a difficult squeeze. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how does that look? It's looking good. My hair is a mess because of this damn strap, but that's okay. So we're just taking a look here so I can see something there. We'll fix that. Everything else is looking good. Everything else is looking good here too. One little thing here, but these are all easy fixes. It just needs to be squeegeed, that's all it is. So we'll grab our, let's see, we want it right here. So, yeah, grab your bulldozer, bring that down. That's probably all that's needed. Nope. Okay, no problem. Nope. See, I made my hands red just by doing that. Let's grab this bad boy here, your Titan. Oh yeah, much better. Okay, looks good. So let's wipe it all down because we are complete, all finished. So first thing we're gonna do, get all our tools out. Don't need any of this anymore. Just make sure everything is good. I believe that happens every time you open and close a door. That's fine. See, look how red my hand is. Well, let's start by opening all 4 doors. Let it chime at us for a bit. This door's already open. All right, so we'll start over here. Give it a quick spray. And let's just wipe it all down. Okay. Okay, looks good. So we need to clean the outside of that still, but first, let's wipe the inside of this. Grab the headrest and put that back in, we're good. Okay. Go ahead and spray the outside of the glass, wipe it down. All right, looks good. We'll hit the outside real quick. Now, if you can see, it's slightly starting to dry up here, not so much here. What's gonna happen is once it dries up, it's gonna leave little, let me get a little closer there. It's gonna leave little dry spots around there. Now, the reason why that happens is because these dot matrices are protruding out of the glass. So when the tint goes up against the glass, it's being pushed back, and that's why you see that. So the only way to avoid that is to sand the glass down, and personally, I don't think sanding the glass is a smart idea, so just leave it alone, let it do its thing. It dries up looking perfectly fine. Right now, because it's still wet, it's not fully uniform, but once it dries up, it'll look perfect. Yeah, you can kind of see it's already starting to dry up there, and that's totally fine. Because once it dries up everywhere, it looks perfect. Okay, so that outer side's done. You can do the same thing here. Put the headrest back in. Awesome. Let's go ahead and do this side here. Okay. To the front. That crinkle is me stepping on a piece of liner. All right, so let's go ahead and clean the outside of those two windows, and then we walk around real quick. Okay. Looks great. So yeah, now it's all finished. Let's walk around, double check everything, because sometimes there's something that pops up and you didn't see it until you clean the windows. So let's get some tools. Let's do a quick walk around. So let's start on the driver door here. Just by taking a quick glance, everything looks good. It looks like there's a bit of an overspray here, meaning, oh, never mind. Condensation from my fingers, that's all that is. Perfect, so that looks good. This side here, that's just for my fingers. Everything looks fantastic on this one too. Let's check the side of this back window here. Okay, so the top here could use a little bit more of a squeegee. It's not much, this will go away on its own, but still, let's hit it real quick. Perfect. Bottom area looks good. Okay, let's check the other side. Oh yeah, so there's that spot I was mentioning earlier. So go ahead, hit that with your squeegee. Perfect. All right, so let that dry. No, this is looking good. It looks like a hair on the outside. Yep. On the outside of the glass, no problem. And then the final window here. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. Beautiful. So there you have it. That is tinting a 2012 Mercedes CLS AMG63. Looks like we got some PPF on here. Whoever did it did a fantastic job. It wasn't me. So I'll pass on the good work to whoever did that. So yeah, everything's done. Ceramic 20 on all windows, front doors, rear doors, quarter windows, and trunk window. Everything looks good. This is a lifetime warranted film. So as long as the client owns the vehicle, he is covered against peeling, bubbling, and fading. I have this stuff in my car, had it since 2012. Oh, this still looks perfect today. This is why I use SunTek. It's a fantastic product. You get what you pay for in life, and with these types of tints, it's worth the investment. Not just for the protection, but for the look. So there you have it. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment. Please like, share, and subscribe. Making sure the camera's still on so you hear all this. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Take care.